you said it, and you said it when the Chiefs struggled to start the season. You said, let's just wait and see until the Chiefs get their weapons back. And they got Xavier Worthy back, 121 total yards. Someone like Hollywood Brown, who's a little further down on the depth chart, gets involved. What I'm trying to say is you were 100% correct.
I appreciate that, Jay. I appreciate that. But you saw it today. Xavier Worthy does a ton for this team. Yeah. He's not only the down-the-field stretch guy, which they hit him on some deep balls, but he's also the gadget guy, whether it's an end around, anything like that. And I'll say to further this, the Chiefs knew Rashee Rice was going to be suspended. So in camp, you basically build your offense around your best playmaker, which I know they thought was Worthy. So, and then like you said, after that comes all the secondary options, all the kind of trick plays, the gimmicks, some of the underneath stuff, whether that's to Kelsey or Hollywood Brown. And now all of a sudden, when you took Xavier Worthy out, those other guys got to become a number one, and they're simply not right now. Well, you bring the number one back, Worthy. It was a show today, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty big statement because when they get Rashee Rice back in a couple weeks as well, if they stay healthy, that offense is going to be electric.
You thought the Ravens' offense was going to be electric. Now you lose Lamar, and you're not sure how long you lose him for. And at the end of the day, they've lost to some tough teams. So the record, it's not your typical 1-3. It's not like they lost to, Houston 3 times.
No, you said it. They lost to 3 good teams.
3 really good teams. But in your mind, how much trouble is Baltimore in?
Jay, you know me. I don't like to hit the panic button. That's not my thing. And a lot of this is very dependent on how bad these injuries are.
Right.
But you look at, they were already extremely banged up. They put Matt Abuke, their best defensive player, in my opinion, on IR, so he's gone for 4 weeks. Roquan Smith, their second best defensive player. We don't know how long he's injured for. Humphreys left the game, and Nate Wiggins. You'd assume both those guys are the 2 best DBs. Kyle Hamilton's in there. Then you go to Lamar, and hamstrings are generally 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes they can be more. And even when you come back, you're at high risk of re-injuring, so you're generally not as effective as a runner. Jay, I am in, depending on the injuries, if they get healthy, I love the Ravens.
Right.
But if they're not healthy, I am in full-blown panic mode. And I'm talking hit the button. This is not good, solely due to injuries. The next couple weeks are the Texans and the Rams. And again, let's just do some simple math. If you lose, and you've got Cooper Rush at the helm for those games, and your defense is decimated, if you lose those 2 and drop to 1-5, you got to think 10 wins gets you in. That means the rest of the year you got to go 9-2, whether you're healthy or not. That is a tough task. So, Jay, I'm very, very nervous because a Super Bowl favorite, due to injuries, again, I'm going to have a really hard time, depending on how bad these guys are hurt, thinking they might miss the playoffs. I feel like an idiot saying that,
No.
but the injuries are that bad.